Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. It took 9 days, but today we are finishing leveling a Demon Avenger to level 200 by only doing quests. Last video we ended completing the Mushroom Shrine questline, and today we're starting things off at Lion King Castle. With this challenge we don't grind at monsters and do not defeat bosses unless there is a quest that tells us to do so. The Lion King questline has you collect various items and unlock castle towers to progress towards the Lion King Castle boss, Von Leon. Everything the Shadow touches is his kingdom. If you are just starting out in MapleStory, this questline unlocks a special store where you can purchase Von Leon gear. This gear can have some great bonus stats and is great to get before working towards that Chaos Root Abyss equipment. You can also unlock a daily quest here to get some great accessories like rings and pendants. If you're looking for cheap, low-level accessories to Star Force, this is the place to go. After finishing up the quest here, we actually aren't high enough level yet to fight Von Leon, okay? So we have to go somewhere else, and that somewhere else is the Fantasy Team World Dungeon. Lion King Castle and both this area reward mastery books for completing them, which is very useful if you don't want to spend any mesos on buying them from NPCs. This quest area has us help this squirrel find his true love. Aw, how romantic. I actually just kinda wanted to fight Targa and Scarlet again, you know, it's been a while since I've seen those guys. Well, after that one is done, we go back to face Easy Von Leon, because there was only a quest for Easy Von Leon, so we're not doing the normal one. And with that area fully done, we go to the next team dungeon, the Golden Temple. You know, Demon Avengers are a very interesting class. They have a ton of HP, they have a ton of healing, and they're pretty strong without a lot of funding. But their skills are a bit lackluster and not really that engaging. Their 4-job Exceed skill, the one main skill that we're using, only hits 2 monsters. So we have to keep using the 3rd job skill, which makes us twirl like a princess if we actually want to mob some monsters. By the way, did any one of you already check out that wonky event quest? That stuff is really fun. In one mission we had to evade Crimson Balrog, just like in the old days. Next up we're going to Crimson Heart Castle. If you're looking for a quick way to get some mastery books, this team dungeon is the way to go. It is a very short team dungeon where we rescue some demons from this evil castle that will actually return later on in the story as well. This questline used to be a lot bigger, but it got shortened by a lot. We can complete this in like 15 minutes. If you are playing as a Demon Slayer or Demon Avenger, there actually is a little bit of extra dialogue at the end of the questline that other classes don't get. We make a quick pit stop at Corrine Folktown to complete the wanted sign quests over there for some additional meso. There is a really long storyline to follow here as well. This whole area is a team dungeon. We don't have time for that. We do have time though for another team dungeon. This time we're following around some quite annoying kids who want to summon some kind of ancient evil. What are these kids up to? First, we are chasing them around the Parton jungle until we find some ancient runes and perform an ancient evil ritual to summon this demon. But hey, even our character is a bit disappointment. Like, kids these days don't have the proper commitment to occult summonings, man. After that team dungeon is done, we tried out Hyzen Temple, but we're not strong enough yet to put a dent in these monsters. So instead we're going to meddle in some politics in Commercy. This questline has an interesting and fun story to follow. This is also one of the few areas in the entire game that actually has a day-night cycle. We gain around 5 levels, a ton of Commercy gear and some mastery books to boot. If you're looking for some free high-level gear, this is the place to go. Next up is Yew Garden. I skipped Afterlands because I was hoping I would find some totems here. And within like 20 minutes we found 3 totems. Too bad they were all the exact same one. Was the drop rate increased or did we just get really lucky? I remember searching here for like 2 hours and not finding anything. All monsters around this area have a chance to drop this etc item that can be traded in for a totem. There are 3 different totems that you can get and they have some great stats. The only downside being that they last for only 1 month. Now we didn't actually fully complete this area. After reaching level 151, I asked our Twitch viewers, because I was live streaming at that time, what they wanted to do next, and the Twitch hive mind decided it was time to go to the Shaolin Temple. In this dungeon we help out the monks who live there to deal with a demon problem. By the way, did you already complete that YouTube quest? If you hit the like and subscribe button you can complete it, and the reward is unlimited high quality MapleStory videos. And you get some additional EXP if you hit that notification bell as well. In this dungeon, we also meet this handsome face. His beauty frightens me. We defeated the evil demon who is causing all the trouble and liberated this dungeon. So far we completed 631 quests. We're about halfway. Next up is the Stone Colossus team dungeon. Here we find Golek's nicer brother who doesn't actually want to hurt us. This big fella is slowly getting corrupted from the inside, and it's up to us to go inside of this guy and help him out. This is actually a pretty nice team dungeon that didn't take too long. The EXP isn't super amazing, but it's not bad either. Sometimes the final boss of this dungeon can actually drop a box where you can find a permanent badge that has random stats. Could be useful, maybe not. Alright, the quests are slowing down a bit, so I think it's time for a boss fight. There actually is a quest to defeat Horntail, so we're going to rough up this boss a bit. Even without having maxed all our 4-job skills, it is still very doable to solo this boss as a Demon Avenger. I also did one quick level by doing the quest in Temple of Time, but to be honest, this quest line is a bit boring because it just has us kill a bunch of monsters. And if it wasn't for the amazing BGM, I would never even go here. But yeah, after one level here, we're kinda done with this area, so we're gonna go to Hyzen Temple to finish stuff up over there. This dungeon has to be completed 3 different times, once while playing as Hayato, once as Kana, and once as Ayame. Nexon really needs to make Ayame into an actual class at one point. This class is so amazing. We defeat a ton of monsters and bosses before facing off against Princess No. This team dungeon can be pretty rough for some classes, because you are transformed into a different class, so if you're a mage for example, you suddenly lose Magic Guard but you keep your HP and MP. So you can have quite a difficult time if you're in there, because these boss monsters do a ton of damage. But since we are playing a Demon Avenger, we're pretty safe. This area rewards a great belt, shoulder and ring, which are really useful to get, especially if you're playing on reboot as well. Alright, it's time for some time travel shenanigans as we take a trip to the fake future and help out the residents of future Hennessy's. You know, I'm starting to notice that we have to complete a lot more quests to level up. Most team dungeon areas are only giving us around 3 levels every time we complete them. In this area we're trying to figure out who is controlling the dreams of the people that created future Hennessy's, but our investigation runs to a stop when we are just too low level to continue the storyline. So guess what, it's time for another team dungeon. Where would we be without those? If you played MapleStory around Big Bang, Kerning Tower was the place to train. Back then we helped Jake become a famous singer, but he's all washed up now. So we're getting the band back together and help him and his studio to get a new singer. We meet a couple of girls who are all amazing, so we decided to just form a whole band. We defeated the Spirit of Rock again and completed this area, becoming the co-CEO of a giant music corporation. We only gained 1.5 level from this entire dungeon though, that's not really worth it. I mean, I'm happy I'm a CEO, but I'm not getting any messages for it. And only 1.5 level worth of EXP, man, come on. The next questline that we're going to do is not for the EXP, but instead for the rewards. We're getting a ton of useful titles, medals and coins that we can use to purchase mastery books. This questline is called the Silent Crusade questline and has us follow a big story. We travel around the world, we defeat a lot of bosses. Part of this questline also ties into Acarium and of course the Black Mage. I mean, if something evil is going on in the Maple world, 9 out of 10 times it's somehow the Black Mage is doing. We head back to the fake future to make that a better place and complete the string of quests in future Hennessy's. All are about either collecting stuff or killing monsters, you know, the usual. So let's see. So far we saved the fake future, we became a demon exorcist, we led an expedition in a giant monster, we battled an ancient evil and we became the co-CEO of a music company. Something is still missing there. Right. We aren't a Power Ranger yet. Time to make that happen in the Omega sector. You know, I used to watch a ton of Power Rangers when I was a kid. I think Power Rangers Lost Galaxy was probably my favorite. You know, MapleStory team dungeons always have the best girls in them, man. Our characters getting older girls, we're picking up all the girls in dungeons. We help the M-Force Rangers to regrow in size after they've been shrunk by their arch enemy Dr. Zindelblarp. We infiltrate an alien spaceship and deal with some drama around Jenny the Pink Meso Ranger. We don't even have a boss fight at the end of this dungeon, we're just running away. We gained another 3 levels though and unlock more areas and team dungeons to explore. Next up we're going to the revamped NLC to complete the questline there. We didn't do any blockbusters like Mysteria Through Time yet. I was actually kinda hoping that we didn't need to do any, so I skipped on those completely so far. This questline though is the least fun in my opinion. The story is great and all, but every freaking quest is just killing monsters in low spawn maps. I'm starting to think that trading at Orange Mushrooms wasn't maybe so bad after all. We do get some coins though when we complete this questline and we can use to purchase some special New Leaf City gear and some really good accessories actually. After that we completed the Critias questline to unlock the dailies there and a store where we can buy boss reset tickets. After that we did the Detective Raven mini dungeon. I guess we can add detective to our list of occupations as well. This questline is pretty fun though, and it's a good setup for future questlines like Reverse City and the one coming with the Neo update in the summer as well. And as always we gain 3 levels from this questline. We go back to the future one more time, but this time it's for the Future Period questline. I actually never did this questline, I just grinded Fest 2 and that's it. But this is an old questline, it actually needs a little bit of updating. It was made to introduce Lucid for the first time. You know Lucid, that dream boss, that's her. I think this questline has been mostly the same ever since it was released almost 8 years ago, back in 2013. It was pretty fun completing though, and I can tell that not a lot of you did complete this one. The achievement for this area has only been obtained by 2.6% of all the players. Come on guys, it's a good questline, don't sleep on this one. We need one more level though to unlock the Fox Valley team dungeons, so we're kinda stuck now without any team dungeons. So we start and do a few quests in the Monad Blockbuster and complete the Brood Abyss questline. After that's done, we can go into Fox Valley, which is another short team dungeon centered around Maru and his adventures in said Fox Valley. Like always, we gain 3 levels from this area and another medal that we can add to our collection. Well my friends, we are in big trouble. We have officially ran out of high level quests. I completed the last chapter that was released in Grand Athenaeum, you know, trying it out, seeing if the EXP was good, but it wasn't. The story was pretty interesting though, and I do recommend checking that one out, but it's just not worth it. I also tried Friend's Story, but that was not worth the EXP either. So we had no other solution but to go back to Monad again and complete more quests over there. Now we've reached level 190, now we can probably get more quests, right? Wrong! I started the Mysteria quest line, but I'm stuck because I need a party of all job branches to complete that quest. And Phantom Forest really sucks, I don't want to go there. The screen effects are so annoying, so I'm avoiding that place at all costs. I mean, the monsters look awesome, but the screen effects are just killing it for me. So we go to Scrapyard. The introduction quest does give a ton of EXP as always, but after like 2 more quests, that one is basically done. We did gain some EXP from the dailies though, which was very useful. We also unlocked more dailies at the Demon Camp, and at level 193, we're getting super close to that 8k Legion that we've been going for a long time. We completed a few more dailies, leveled up, and boom, that's another MapleStory milestone completed, 8k Legion, hell yeah. But to be honest, only now the hardest part of the entire challenge started, finding more quests to do. We tried so many things, Golux pre-quest, Golux actual quests, we tried Phantom Forest, I went there, yes it was horrible, I left. Showa, there was nothing. So Monad was our friend once again. You know, Monad is the one friend that you don't really like to hang out with, but it's very rewarding to do so that's what we're going to do. This time we actually completed the entire story, faced off against Julieta, and got a really awesome title. It is really recommended actually to complete this blockbuster, because the title is just really good. But after Monad was done, we ran into the same issue. I mean, there's still no more quests. We completed Phantom Forest, did some minor quests, we tried out Afterlands, but did nothing really skilled enough with our level. Even Mysteria Through Time, that blockbuster did not skill well either. So there was only one thing that we could do. We can reset Monad and go in there again. And with that blockbuster we actually did it. We reached level 200 by only completing quests. I had to reset Monad, so all the quest progress got reset as well, making us lose around 100 quests that we previously completed. So it takes around 1250 quests to reach level 200 with the route that we took. And we had to do Monad for a second time because we ran out of freaking quests. What a challenge. I saw some awesome people on the MapleStory subreddit also flaunting their quest logs. These Maples are so awesome, they completed so many quests. How many quests did you guys complete? Let me know in the comments. Alright, finally we reached 5th job. And 5th job for Demon Avenger has some interesting skills. There's 2 of them that just increase your DPS with additional attacks. But there is one that drains your HP by a ton while increasing your damage. This skill is called Demonic Frenzy, and it consumes 6000 HP per second, increasing your damage by 1% for every 4% of your HP consumed. You cannot use healing skills or items during this time, and the healing from your overload skill is nerfed as well. But your other 5th job skill, Demonic Blast, does allow you to heal at least a little bit. I only played around with this skill for a little bit, but it does feel very risky and quite difficult to use, you know, it's the difference between dying and living, and I really don't want to lose any more EXP. Besides having very high base damage, this class though is not really doing it for me. The mobbing is a bit lackluster, the bossing is a bit lackluster as well, so massive respect to all the Maples out there that are training this class. But hey, get this class at least to level 120 for an amazing Link skill and Legion effect. Whew. After all this questing, I do feel like power leveling again for a bit, so stay tuned for a 24-hour MapleStory livestream where we're going to get several classes to level 200. I'll make an announcement for the exact times later this week. Thanks for tuning in and being part of this adventure, everyone. I hope you had fun. I know I did, at least most of the time. As always, many thanks to our members for making this video possible as well. Thanks to Niels de Comic, Raar Maar Waar, Sebastian Hanoi, FLX, Jeff Wang, Pinky Traveler, Terry Kim, Jiju, Galaxy Art, Jesus Rodriguez, Varese, Riser Aryu, Dries Sumker, Plax, Zenny, Wiley, Kevin Han, Francisco Salsa, History Canon, Backspace OTI, Riley Frank, Milkcha, CMAC, Saphronix, Lonzo, BG Extremes, Caveman, oh yeah, Harry Gardner, Estavoa Silva, Ido Hyman, Anwar NHI, Brandon, Frank Bouquet, Ziggy Deer and Fine Asian Guy. If you'd like to be mentioned here as well and get early access to new videos, check out the join button below this video. Thank you all so much for watching, stay safe and happy mapling!